Let's build some enclosure. Here in front of me I have a standard 30 by 25 by 25 approximately. That is something like standard terrestrial enclosure, just like these two. One that houses Annie, the Brachypelma lupulosum, and the other that houses Chromatopelma inhabitants, the female that I paired and that ate the male. Now I'm working on to improve that basic design a bit. As you see, it is still not complete. It doesn't have the front lid. I have it right here, and it is made out of plexiglass. The reason for that are these holes. This has been cut by a laser CNC, just like the top lid. As you know, all of my enclosures have the plexiglass top lid, but I used to drill the holes with a hand accu drill, the drill thingy, and it never looks as nice. But now when you make it on the CNC, it is awesome, and it slides in just like that. And this front lid will go like this. You see now the ventilation is all nice. Compare it to when I have this surround ventilation. I mean, they are all right maybe for someone, but I prefer to see inside the enclosure without anything in the way. But then when you don't have any holes on front lid, you don't get that cross ventilation like you do when you have front holes and top holes, or when you have holes on sides. Technically I could do the side ventilation, so holes here, but since you see all of my enclosures are stacked one by each other, and then that ventilation wouldn't really work as it should. So I think for me and generally this will be the best way. We will see. I'm working on the details. If you're wondering how I made this is my standard design that I showed in majority of my build videos, and I have dedicated enclosure that shows how to build glass enclosure, and all the things that I showed in that video, I will link it here, applies to this build except this front panel that I will do now. And this time I have a special glue that successfully connects plexiglass with the glass, because I have plexiglass hinges and I used to silicone them to the glass. You see, like down there. This older one got metal hinge, but on newer ones I used clear acrylic because they are nicer to look at. So as I was saying, I was using a silicone to connect hinges to glass, and that works, but not really that good. If you apply tiny bit of force, you can easily break the bond. And I've been looking for a long time for glue that successfully and safely connects plexiglass with glass, and I think I finally found it. I did some tests and it works, so I will show you how it works now. Oh, and yes, I will be using this enclosure to house my, how are they called? I can't remember the Latin name. Something sexmaculata. I remembered sexmaculata because it got sex and maculata, like heteroscodera maculata. Let me just get their enclosures so I can use it as a stand for camera. As you know, I have 4 of them, and I separate them, one individual here, and 2 of them here, because I wasn't sure if they will fight or not. And so far I didn't see any signs of aggression between these two. So I will just put them all here and we will see how that will go. I just noticed that I don't have the other light. I knew that something was missing, but I didn't know what. Oh nice, it was set to time-lapse and I didn't really record anything with this camera. Just beautiful. I hope you figured out everything what I was explaining just from this angle, because this wasn't working. Now the way this thing works, it is called Kafuter K303. I got it from AliExpress from China, and the way it works, let me show you. You apply it like a regular glue. You put it where you want it to go, and the way it cures is with UV. You activate the glue with UV light. That's how it works. I'm not sure for how long you need to shine it with UV light, but it hardens pretty quick. You see, it's already done. But you can also put it out on sun, and the UV light from the sun will cure it also. And there we go. Let's put the other. That should do it. I didn't really put it straight enough. You see how I didn't glue it straight. From this angle it looks straight, but you look it like this, you see that this is not straight. The bond between two plexiglass broke, but between glass it is still holding. Let me try it again, maybe I can straighten it up. As you see, I'm not professional, really. I'm just testing things out on camera. Okay, it works. If you do it properly, it doesn't sound like that. For example, you see, you can't really hear it like that. Those are the same hinges. I made a mistake and I glued it a bit crooked. So when you are opening it, there is a lot of pressure on the sides of this. So that's why that horrible sound. It almost sounds like it's breaking, but I have an idea. Oops, a bit too much. Nothing a little WD-40 can fix. And let me try a little bit of vegetable oil. Much better. There, I fixed it. This is the first time that I put the hinges a bit crooked. I got a bit too confident that I always put it right, and that's when mistakes are made. But it was not a problem. Now the next part, as you know, I use these magnets to hold my doors. These are just regular magnets that are found in furniture, and you know that I silicone it to this side, but as you see, I forgot about it and I made holes here. So now I will need to glue this over the holes. Not really professional. Let's remove this. So the same thing. I didn't really test it with metal. On web page it said that it connects metal, so I will trust it, but just so you know, I didn't really test it. This will be the first test. And also this type of plastic, because you have different kinds of glue for different kinds of plastic, but I just assume if it holds the plexiglass, not assume, I hope that it will also connect this. But if it's not working, I can just use the silicone, it's not a problem. Let's see if it holds. Okay, it works. Now there is not a lot of place where I can apply this glue, so that concerns me a little bit, but as always, hope for the best. The moment of truth. Oh yes. And now let's put the top lid. This is so nice. Now this is some nice looking enclosure. What do you say about this design? For additional security I can also put additional magnet here. That is not the problem. But as you see, you need to apply a lot of force to open it. And as you can see, hinges are really connected good. I'm loving this glue. It really works. Now we can start setting up the enclosure. But before we do that, look, I have a fan mail. It arrived on my new address. Let's see what it says. Where is my knife? A cat. It's Angel Cat. Oh, hello. To Petco, Merry Christmas from Jack and Becky, plus cats. And this is actually a Christmas card. It says Merry Christmas and have a wonderful New Year. Jeff, Becky from England, thank you. You are the first one to wish me Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. And the rest of you, this is the fan mail address. I will also write it in the description. Let's set this baby up. I have some of the stuff that I would like to use in this enclosure. Maybe I should actually show you the beetles first. These two are living together peacefully so far. Then this one, it is the biggest. At least it seems the biggest. And this is the last one, the fourth. They are all doing extremely good. I don't have any complaints, and they are super fun to watch when they are fighting and hunting for food. Now, what I will use in this enclosure. As you saw, they live on sand. I have it right here. I have these two rocks, rock number 1, rock number 2. And I will set them up somehow, I don't know. And also I have some of this nice looking wood, dry wood. It looks so cool. Just need to figure out which one I will use and how I will arrange it. And also I will use some of cork barks that they already have inside. First, sand. I will try to just I will also use some of their old sand, but I should first take them all into one enclosure. One down. They apparently have the ability to spray acid in the fence. I would like to avoid that. 2 down. And the last one. No. 4 down. They're not fighting. That sound though. Now you can see that this one is the biggest. Definitely the biggest. And this one is actually the smallest. So I don't know if males are bigger or females are bigger. I don't know much about them, to be honest. And there is not a lot of information on the internet. So let me just separate this bed substrate. I don't really have a lot of sand and I want to save it for some other enclosures. That's the reason why I'm reusing this. Now let's see how will we escape this. So there are these rocks. I want to make them like they are coming out of the sand. The illusion like they are coming out of the sand. Like this. Yeah, that looks nice. That actually looks nice. And the other one, I really like this. Come on guys, please, I'm recording the video here. Now about these big parts. Can this even... I should cut it here. Okay. Pretty good. Now the cork barks. What do you think about that? I think that it is interesting. Now honestly, I don't really like the way the cork barks look in there, but I feel like since there is 4 of them, I should give them some place where they can hide in case they fight or something. If I never see them using it, I will remove it later. It is really not a real problem. And I would like a bit more sand here, almost like a hill. Just like that. Let's get these guys and girls inside. I can see that they are already super excited about this. Silence, finally. Oh, the one is already digging over there. We have one down there. Not sure if you can see that. Oh no. I really need to get bigger SD card for this GoPro because it got filled up again, so I had to transfer some footage. So I guess we were just wrapping up. In the meantime, these little buggers scouted the area. One seriously continued to dig in this, under this cork bark, and I can no longer see it. One is here, and here is the 4th. One was also climbing this wood, came like here and then fell down. And as you can see, I added this little twigs just to add some additional texture. I think that overall this enclosure really came out nice, very nice. Now let me just close it off so you can see how it looks when it's closed. And it's really heavy, but look at that. I hope you like it as much as I do. And the hinges are really not invisible, but they look much better than when I used the silicone. This glue is awesome. So that was the desert build. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, thumbs it up and comment something. If you want to support this channel even more, there's a Patreon page. If you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I upload every Monday and Friday, so see you again soon. Bye!